If you look closely, you can see pieces of homes scattered everywhere. Now, take a look at this, because this is Marco Island. It made landfall, Irma made landfall right there, and you can see that there's some damage, but the homes are standing there intact.
Building codes. Florida is known for having some of the strongest building codes in the entire country. But as Wink News investigative reporter Lauren Sweeney explains, a new law that changes the code is raising concerns.
Take a look around Southwest Florida. Less than a month after Hurricane Irma, there are still signs we've been through a rough ride. Debris piled high still litters streets. Signs blown apart and mangled, and older homes deemed unlivable. But sights like this are few and far between.
It was pretty scary watching the walls going in and out, hearing all the tin crash around me on the roof and everything.
When Hurricane Harvey ripped into Rockport, Texas, entire buildings collapsed, roofs ripped off, and even the newest hotel in the area had walls blown off.
We've been hit by the big one.
Then came Irma. Wind gusts as high as 130 miles per hour over Marco Island didn't seem to faze newer homes.
Red area on radar.
And when the Category 3 barreled over parts of Estero, new construction along Three Oaks Parkway seemed untouched.
Not much damage as far as what we know, and I think that shows that we have some good building codes in Florida.
The strongest in the nation. Since the 1990s, Florida's Building Commission has automatically adopted updates to the International Building Code every 3 years. For example, the latest edition called for sprinkler systems in certain buildings to protect against fires. Now, under the new law, the Commission wouldn't have to adopt the sprinkler rules. It gets to pick and choose what it wants.
Do you think this is going to weaken the code?
We're cautiously optimistic that it's not going to weaken it as much as we think it might, but I do see that the fact of flood insurance rates are probably going to go up, property insurance rates are probably going to go up.
The Federal Alliance for Safe Homes fears you may have to pay more for insurance if new technologies or safety features don't get approved moving forward.
We do have a strong code now, but since we've changed the process on how our code is going to be adopted moving forward, our concern is that we may lose that high strength that we have now.
But Philip Ford with the Lee County Building Industry Association says this law is about streamlining a complex process. In the past, the state had to adopt rules that had nothing to do with Florida, like rules about snow and ice, then spend time amending those out.
We're not doing anything to weaken the code. It's going to be just as strong as ever.
Legislators felt the same way. It passed with few nays. I spoke with State Senator Kathleen Passidomo by phone.
Totally cumbersome process that would take forever. So by the time they were finished going through it and taking out the provisions that did not apply to Florida, it was time to do it all over again.
Passidomo voted in favor of the law. She says it doesn't change standards against the wind or water that come with hurricanes. Opponents are hoping for the best, that Florida continues to be a model for strong, safe structures.
I'll be the first to admit if I'm wrong, but I'll gladly come back on and say I was wrong.
And that group isn't the only group opposed to it. Craig Fugate, the former director of FEMA, spoke out about the change in the law at the National Hurricane Conference in April. His comments, as well as the full text of the law, are online at winknews.com. I'm investigative reporter Lauren Sweeney, Wink News Now.